Crypto is exploding. Uptober is coming. Well, October's here. Welcome to October, everybody. Very exciting. October, of course, usually one of the better months in the cryptocurrency market. One of the best months, actually, in the cryptocurrency markets. Gets everybody to starts. September's over. No more nice weather in the Northern Hemisphere. Everybody sits down at their computers, opens up, starts logging all dog coins. It's a very exciting time. November usually pretty good too. December can be a bit of a mixed bag, but generally pretty decent for markets. When we start getting into questionable territory again, January, February, March. But let's see how we go this year with predictions that we could not see a top until well into H2 of 2026. We could be going a lot higher for longer than people expect. Now, we got a lot to discuss today, from altcoins to Bitcoin and beyond, and of course, answering your questions in the second half of the stream, guys. So make sure you stick around for those good times. We answered a few throughout the stream too, as we do. So first and foremost, by the way, welcome to everybody in chat. I see you guys. What is up? Hi, everybody. So Alex Kruger sharing this. This is highly likely the beginning of a trending market for crypto. The main risk in trending markets is taking profits too early. The shift from ranging to trending can be difficult for traders conditioned to exit after just a few percentage points. Yeah. Want to be fully deployed before Bitcoin breaks 120K. Dude, I know the sentiment. This is the thing. The market just beats you down and teaches you, I should just, something's up 10%, shit, take profits and run. Well, when markets start pumping, that's usually not the best idea. Even if you look back to last year, okay? Taking profits too early. Oh, I've got a 2x, great. And then it goes 10x more. That's the tricky part. But then, the market's conditioned us to, well, you should take your 2x and run because it might not go 10x because it's holding altcoins for more than a few days has been punishing, let alone for weeks or months. Check this out, Decode Jar. The ISM came in at 49.1. This is the manufacturing index. Slightly up from August. However, the most leading component, new orders, is down and back below 50. Overall, might be a month or two before this makes a decisive move into expansion. The ISM went briefly above 50 in January, but that aside, has now been below 50 for a full 3 years. Think about it. Manufacturing has essentially been in a recession for 3 effing years in the United States, and we're on the verge for the first time in 3 years of it actually going expansionary. Okay? Think about it. Think about it. This is where things start getting exciting. Now is not the time for fear. That comes later, okay? ISM versus total global liquidity, also from Decode Jar. Liquidity calculated as a rate of change is loosely correlated with the ISM, only tending to dislocate during recessions. Certainly not the case here. I still expect the business cycle to pick up in Q4. Pick up, not top. Pick up, okay? Business cycle, usually when it starts, is... goes for like a year or so, okay? And we're just starting, just FYI. So you can see back previously the correlation between these two things. Continuing. Crown Crypto Cave, Bitcoin just closed September green. That's happened 6 times in Bitcoin's history. Every time Bitcoin has closed September green, it has gone on to gain an average of 51% in Q4. 150 to 160K is not a dream, okay? Okay, continuing. This from Bitcoin Vector. We've only seen it 3 times in the past year: October, November 2024, April bottom, late June re-impulse. Each one led to new all-time highs. We are aligned again. This is Bitcoin structure shift plus momentum happening once again from negative back into positive territory. Get ready. Get ready, guys. A lot of things pointing to a good Q4 coming. Are there any guarantees? No. Can some bullshit always happen? Of course. But the betting man's going to say that put the money on the table. Q4 is going to be an interesting time. Bitcoin, very, very curious chart here. Now let's see how the daily finishes up. At a beautiful pump yesterday from 114 all the way up to almost 119. Very, very big. Oh, actually did go over 119 earlier today, but current price, not quite there. MACD trending up. RSI having a nice breakout here. So we have the momentum indicators on our side currently, which is nice to see. Here we go. This could be the big move. Now, there will be, if this is the start of a major new uptrend that takes up to like 135 or something in late October before some kind of correction, before blasting off to 150, 160 in December, for example. If this is the start of a new major impulse, then what do you want to start watching for? Okay, do you want to blindly long here? No, you can always see a pullback, all right? We got to wait for key levels, okay? So one thing that's a nice trick to look out for during an uptrending market is retests of the 20-day EMA. That's the yellow line on the chart here. You can see, for example, on the previous run up, we had multiple of those 20-day EMA retests. But sometimes you have to just stomach it up and realize that that may be a bit later. For example, it ran from 85 before it came back to 93. Okay, so you missed a little bit of the move. But if you'd got in at the first EMA retest at 93, you still could have rode it all the way up to 125. Perspective, right? And if we have some kind of rhyming with previous Septembers, as Crown Crypto Cave points out, 50% gains is a pretty damn big deal, okay? Again, what are we talking about here? This is talking about a very big move. Technically, 50% gets us up to $180,000. Will we go that high? Who knows? I guess we should probably run it from back down here, shouldn't we? This is right here, October 1st. Here we run from there. $170,000. We take it from the 1st of October. Do we have to go that high? No. Would 160 be a logical place? Sure, absolutely. I think 150 to 160, that's where the next major Fibonacci target comes in, becomes a very, very critical level, okay? Very critical level. Ethereum as well, breaking out above the 20-day EMA. This downtrending line right here, very, very critical. Again, if you've missed the move here, what do you need to look for now? You need to look for retests of the 20-day EMA showing strength and that it will actually hold up, okay? Or a breakout beyond this descending downtrend line right here. Those are one of the two things to keep an eye out for if you're looking for an ETH trade, if you're not already in the trade, okay? Okay, continuing. By the way, currently we've got an Aster trade open. Let's see, in very small profits. Currently, pretty tight stop on that in case the market has a decent pullback after this big run up today. Solana trade sitting at some nice unrealized profits through the Pengu trade still rocking there. Let's see, small unrealized profits currently. Could get stopped in both those positions, but that's c'est la vie if it happens. So guys, new promotion starting, new month, new promotion. Crazy deals over here on BitUnix. Again, the question you have to ask yourself, will you start taking your trade seriously? Move over to an exchange that's going to respect your privacy and give you some insane bonuses to get signed up. There's a link right down below where you can get signed up today, okay? Go check it out. Here's what you're going to get. Deposit 10 grand, get $700 back. Deposit 2,000 bucks, get $400 back. I mean, these are crazy, crazy bonuses, man. Crazy bonuses. Huge trading award bonuses as well. And we're giving away $1,000 in every live stream. Now, today is the last draw for last month's live stream giveaway, okay? So if you're signing up today, you will go in for next month's giveaway. And of course, the earlier you sign up in the month, the more chances you have to win throughout the month, okay? So let's go ahead and check in here. We have 3,089 on the list today. Let's ask Grok to grok it for us. Let's go. Grokkin'. Do. Mike, where's my Toshi army at? Liquid Television Dog Boy is the best. What are you talking about? Still looking, still thinking. Will Solana hit 250 by Saturday? I mean, look, by a certain day, I don't know. That's a different question. Could keep momentum up. Sure, why not? Is it going to go to, I think, new all-time highs, potentially $440, maybe even $500 in Q4? That's what I'm worried about, whether or not it gets 250 this Saturday. Different question. 50, look at this. That's crazy, man. There's over 3,000 entries, and it goes all the way back to the start, 55 and 115. I have so many questions about how Grok is deciding any of this stuff. But those are, you know, like I said, it is, whether it's weird or not, everybody has equal chance at weirdness. So 55 and 115, that's crazy, man. Right back to some of the first signups of the month. See what I tell you? The earlier you sign up, the more chances you have to win. This guy put in $1,000, got his $200 deposit bonus, and he's getting another $500 today. That's user ID 745-779-134. Again, we are not sharing email addresses, so you have to go check your user ID, preserving people's privacy again. So that will be in your reward center within the next 24 hours. Okay, so check back tomorrow. So that was 55 and 115. Let's check it out. 115. Look at this. The studio only put in $100. Congratulations, $500 coming back your way. Yes. Fantastic. That's user ID 351842117. Beautiful. Continuing. Look at this craziness. This is craziness here. New York launches a pilot program giving low-income residents $12,000 in stablecoins on Coinbase. What is this? What is this? You got to be kidding me. That's going straight to dog coins. You know that shit's going straight to dog coins, man. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Continuing. Well, this page refreshing for some reason. Altcoin rally just getting started, says Titan of Crypto. Look at this giant cup and handle. This is the total excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum on the monthly, man. Look at this insane downtrend we had. Disgusting price action back here. Now what are we looking at? The biggest cup and handle of gargantuan proportions. They're going to send all your coins so dramatically higher. You're going to get so tired of winning, okay? Oh, yeah. Coin Compass here. Altcoin season is brewing. Love the fractal here. Very, very interesting. This is altcoins versus Bitcoin, 2021 versus 2025. Big gains potentially ahead. CMS Holdings here, more bullish propaganda for you. Altcoin season 1, altcoin season 2, altcoin season 3. We talked about this Bitcoin versus altcoin charts the other day. Oh, makes me feel like I need to reallocate some more money down to some lower cap market bets because things are going to get pretty stupid here in the market if all this plays out. I don't know. I don't need 100x, just need a good solid 10x. Come on, Pump Fund. I'm looking at you, man. Anyway, check this out. This is from the guys over at Use Cash, designed by Phantom, using open issuance by stablecoin and Stripe, launching on Solana. Yet another stablecoin in the market, yet more liquidity out there. Crazy stuff. Okay, crazy stuff. That's one slide ahead, actually. Aster, by the way, bounced off of $1.50 here. Slowly trying to push higher. Let's see if the Aster Bulls can actually get this picked up. Like I said, I've got a trade open right now and running it pretty tight in case they sell off more before the airdrop comes in 3 days' time. New digital asset treasury company here for Solana, NASDAQ listed. VisionSys AI launches a $2 billion Solana treasury strategy with Marinade Finance, aiming to acquire and stake $500 million with Solana within 6 months. Wow. That's crazy. Just keeps coming in, man. More and more buy pressure all the time for Solana. ETFs could be launching any day, except the effing government shutdown. Come on, Don. You gotta get the government open back up so they can approve the Solana ETFs so my Solana bags can pump. This is obviously very, very important here, okay? Come on, Donald. Come on. Get the government bag open, buddy. The SEC needs to be open. Shit needs to be happening. Anyway. Like I've said before, we are now in an uptrend. You want to see this orange line right here hold. All jokes aside, let's see that orange line hold. 20-day EMA retest could be for buying. MACD on the verge of flipping bullish. Has not confirmed yet. Still a couple days away. Okay. RSI breaking out. So a lot of stuff points to higher. Will it go up in a straight line? No, it never does. There will be multiple corrections, multiple flash crashes, liquidation flushes, all that kind of bullshit. But again, a lot lining up for a bullish Q4. Okay. Pump. Good. Come back down and retest the 20-day EMA, buddy. That'd be a nice, beautiful breakout. Just be, floor itself here for a few days, break out, come back down, retest this for a bullish retest on the 20-day EMA, and then grind higher. You can see the MACD has not yet confirmed a bullish breakout there. Okay. I still think pump. I mean, goodness gracious. Pump at 10 cents will be worth the same as Cardano's worth today. Okay. Aaron, what's up, man? I watch you in the early morning while getting ready for work. Have to be quiet so don't wake my wife. I feel like having a secret affair with your videos for the last 2 years. Aaron, welcome. Shout out to your wife, man. Let's not wake her up today. That's awesome, man. Pengu consolidating right here just at the 50-day EMAs. Pengu bulls, you want to see the 20-day EMA hold. Now, short wick under, fine. Okay, but you want to see the 20-day EMA holding for daily closes. That's going to confirm or give us more confirmation. Let's say that a daily uptrend is starting and that we're going to see something like this starting to play out. Okay, so that's what we want to see. That's what we want to keep an eye out for right now. MACD, again, like many coins, on the verge of flipping bullish again. Okay, Fart coin. Sharing this because look at this downtrend, the breakout, the retest. Okay, Fart coin's not looking too bad right now. you know, almost think like, gosh, got my Pepe bag sitting there. Maybe I should put some of that money from Pepe into Fartcoin. Maybe. I could see it. Chart's looking pretty interesting. Back of the 20-day EMA. Now, obviously, if you're going to get rejected anywhere, it's going to be right here, right now, at this very minute. Okay, that's the rejection point. Underside retest in the 20-day EMA. But MACD just flipped bullish. RSI is breaking out. What you want to look for now is a 20-day EMA breakout. This thing maintains very strong volumes, $250 million volume today. So people still like trading Fartcoin. People still believe in hot air can rise, and it's got a hell of a lot more upside compared to Pepe, for example. So again, I may do that. I don't know. Thought process. Pepe still makes money too, though, probably. But can Fartcoin make more money? Yes. Check this out. Sui Group launches first Sui native Sui native stablecoins. And this one just rolls right off the tongue. Look at this. Sui USDE. Sui. Swoosdy. There you are, Swoosdy. We'll call it Swoosdy. Okay. Partnership with Athena. Yes to my Athena bag. Well, I don't actually have any Athena bags yet. I should still get some Athena bags. I'm sorry. I've almost psychologically committed myself to buying Athena. Just need to cut something else, which is probably going to be my Say bags, if that's going to be the case. Still weighing up the risk reward versus that, because Say is worth like $1 billion. Market cap versus Athena is like $4 billion. So it's already, you know. We actually have, hey, Dennis, we actually have some Cardano analysis coming up. But anyway, bullish for Athena. Should get a bag. Don't have a bag yet. It's doing nice, though. Back up to 20-day EMA. Not bad. You might think, well, Lark missed now. But yeah, Say's up about the same amount today. So whenever I switch the bag, is going to kind of be a wash. But might also just be good to have the new bag vibes plus the layer 1 blockchain trade. Like I said, I'm not so convinced by it at this particular moment in time, where a stablecoin trade could be juicy. Okay, continuing. This is crazy. Holy shit, guys. Guys, what is going on here? Zcash is alive. Pepe will rally. I know it will. Question is, will it rally as much as Fartcoin? You know, for Pepe to go from 4 billion to, or 3.5 billion, whatever, 35 billion, 10x from here is a much bigger lift than Fartcoin going from 680 million to 6.8 billion. Now, Zcash. I know stablecoins are cool, man. All that kind of stuff. We all like that's the stablecoin we're talking about. Privacy coins. Privacy coins are cool. I've been a big privacy coin fan for a long time, but I stopped buying privacy coins a while ago and got rid of the ones that were in my portfolio as I started seeing delistings coming from big exchanges and stuff like that. And you know, Zcash kind of survived because it's kind of privacy optional, right? Most of the transactions happening on Zcash are unshielded. So I've never really been super excited about Zcash particularly. I mean, there's been times when I pay attention to it, mined some back in the day, whatever. It's all good, but like, this has been one beat up ass coin. I think the high price on this is like $3,000 or something like that. It's pretty crazy. But why is Zcash pumping today? What has happened? Naval's bull posting about it, baby. Look at this. Bitcoin is insurance against fiat. Zcash is insurance against Bitcoin. Haha. All right. Got Naval. He's bull posting, man. It's going. It's running. It's up 100% today. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I don't even know sometimes, you know. This is a weekly chart here, by the way. So you can see this is 850 back here in 2018. That's nuts. Crazy. It had a dump all the way down to $8 back here in April as well. Wild stuff. Wild stuff, man. Almost a 20x. If you bought the perfect low of that wick, obviously no one did, because who the heck was buying Zcash back? Apparently Naval was. Apparently Naval. Yeah. Lark, you need to be live 24/7. As a 50-year-old stonemason in the UK, I've had enough swinging this effing mallet, dude. Help. Stay patient, man. Q4 is here. Make sure you take some profits on the way up. Okay. Get yourself a nice little nest egg on the side. You can do it. All right. Am I buying Zcash? No. I've got enough coins in my portfolio. I'm not interested in privacy coins in particular. I like privacy coins. Don't get me wrong. Like Monero is cool. Guys, I like privacy coins. Privacy is very important. And sometimes the open nature of the blockchain is not always your friend. Okay. But I feel like Zcash is not the one for me. All right. But hey, you know what? Congrats to all the Zcash holders. You know, we celebrate winning around here. So if you've won on Zcash, you had Zcash in your portfolio or making money, congratulations, winning. I love winning and I love winners. Good shit. Okay. But I'm trying to get my portfolio smaller. Like I said, I've got a very short list of coins that I consider buying right now. Fartcoin could be one of those. Athena could be one of those. Linea, surprisingly, could be one of those just because of their Swift partnership and the buybacks, which basically no other layer 2 has. But there you go. DZ here saying, if you like what's happening with Zcash, wait till you see what Midnight enables for Cardano. Will Cardano finally get the bid, man? The call to the beard. They'll bring it to reality, to the secret beard, the midnight beard. You know what they say? In the darkness, no one can see your beard. Pretty sure that's a saying, isn't it? Anyway, jokes aside, guys. Yeah. Cardano, let's just be serious for a second. Cardano right now sitting at the EMAs, having a potential breakout here. So 2 things to watch out for short term here for Cardano. 1, to break over this downtrending line, which is currently around 90 cents, or retests of the 20-day EMA, which is around like 83.5 cents right now or something like that. You want to see it hold above these EMAs if you're going to start a real uptrend here for Cardano. Okay. There you go. Okay. Gosh darn, that's it. It's a lot of stuff. We got it. Privyet, man. What's up? Nice to see you. Guys. Red light hats. Get your red light hats out, everybody. Okay. Hydrate. Don't forget, life's thirsty work. Thoughts on Litecoin? Let's have a look. I mean, goodness gracious. You know, if you got Zcash breaking out, why not Litecoin, man? Why not Litecoin? I mean, seriously. The Litecoin chart's actually been pretty interesting. Let's bring it up here. So many trend lines on this thing. Let's clean it up a little bit. Get rid of some of these older trend lines from when you guys asked about it and stuff previously. Now, Litecoin looking pretty decent here. Look at this. Got your trend breakout. Okay. Got your EMA breakout. You got rising volume into the move. Not bad. It's gone from 100 to 122 bucks in a day. Still going to get ETFs. ETFs could come for Litecoin. I mean, whenever the hell the SEC opens back up. But let's say Litecoin ETFs could come in the next month or 2 easily. Okay. So, yeah. RSI is moving up pretty fast. Getting a little overheated on that move, but hey, that happens. Litecoin can move like that. Look what Zcash did today. I think people are looking, okay, Dino Coin's pumping. Let's hop behind Litecoin, see what goes on. So yeah, watch for pullbacks. If you see a pullback to the top of this orange line and the 20-day EMA might even coincide around that same time, that's probably an opportunity if you're late to the move, or you look for a bigger breakout, which we're just going to posit this theory here, is that you're going to be running into some resistance soon here for Litecoin. So this is back here at around the sort of 130 to 135, 140 area. You can see right in this area has been a huge area of price resistance, okay? So 122 now. Easily you can see this come up and get rejected in this area because that's where the market has rejected it multiple times very decisively before, okay? Breakout beyond 140 bucks and it is game on for Litecoin, and it probably puts in some big fat moves, okay? What's your favorite movie? The Wolf of Wall Street? No. Last of the Mohicans. APT USD. Let's have a look. Aptos. Back up to $5. Let's go. Somebody's asked about Aptos. I mean, Last of the Mohicans just so good, man. So good. So much to love about that movie. There's the canoe chase and all that kind of stuff. Just, yeah. Classic. Absolute classic. This dude, okay, Aptos parabolic right now. Nice move on Aptos. Aptos has had the absolute shit kicked out of it this market cycle. It's been a very, very rough year for Aptos holders, but adoption keeps trucking along. You know, they keep doing stuff. They keep getting real world assets and stable coins and all that kind of stuff, big partnerships, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So about damn time to see a halfway decent breakout here on Aptos. Not bad. Not bad, man. It's even hard to draw a trend line on this thing because there's been so much, realistically, the trend line should be drawn from all the way up here, and that just draw like that. Let's put it there. 1 touch point, 2 touch points, attempted breakout, failed breakout. If we're getting a real breakout here for Aptos, which, gosh darn, it feels like it's time for Aptos to have a damn move, isn't it? If we're getting a real breakout here for Aptos, then could get pretty exciting here. Next levels of price resistance are at 550 and 625 approximately. So watch out for those, particularly this 550 area as it rallies up, because you can see here, just draw a line across here. Support, support, support. Okay, resistance, resistance, resistance. Okay, so it's been a very critical support resistance line many, many times before. So on this move, watch for 550, 560, let's say, to be a potential natural stopping point for the rally where profits get taken, maybe see a correction. Ideally, you want to see a bull flag there and then push higher. Okay. Okay. Look at this. Even layer ones are getting bid up right now. Things are going crazy, guys. I don't want to use the word altcoin season. Let's say an altcoin impulse is currently underway. People are starting to bid up coins again, which is nice to see. Useless and switchboard. I've never heard of switchboard before. I have no idea what you're talking about. Useless. People still talking about that meme coin? I don't know. We'll just TA one of those. Let's TA useless. Honestly, one of those things I just do not think about at all. What do we got here? Gotta find who listed it first. Probably like MEXC. They always list stuff pretty early, don't they? There you go. Useless still has obviously people who like this meme coin. It's had a pretty clean chart, actually. Look at this. Have a look at this chart. It's pretty clean. So basically you have this descending channel, right? So if you are a useless meme coin bull, okay, here's what you need to see. Right here, 27 cents. On this breakout, you want to see the move up to 27 cents and for it to break beyond 27 cents. Okay, you have a very, very strong, very clearly defined channel here. Very, very clean TA on this. I like to see that. That's nice. Right now, you have a strong breakout going on. Obviously, yeah, you should have got in at 14 cents at the touch of support line down here. Well, if you missed that, you have the potential to get back in on retests of the 20-day EMA, currently around 18 cents and rising, or you watch for the breakout trade, okay? You watch for the breakout trade. So you long from a break of about 27 cents with a target. What's that here? Decent target, actually, for that. Would be from about 27 cents to, let's say, around 50 cents approximately for this. So meme coins will definitely run again. You know, people are bidding up all kinds of stuff, random dino coins, layer ones that, you know, people were otherwise not very interested in recently. Why would it be attractive? What would be attractive about Litecoin to ETF buyers? Well, it's the silver to Bitcoin's gold. I mean, look, people buy all kinds of random shit. The reality is they want exposure to cryptocurrency assets, and Litecoin's cheap enough that I could see people bidding it up. Does it mean I'm buying Litecoin bag right now? No, it's fine. I might consider buying Litecoin again. I'm not anti-Litecoin by any means, but definitely people are going to bid it up. I mean, how much they bid it up is the question. That's the tricky part, right? But just to get a crypto exposure, it's a lowish market cap coin. It's going to have an ETF. It's kind of a Bitcoin-like coin, so there's not really much to understand about it. The silver to Bitcoin's gold's a pretty good analogy. People go, oh, digital silver. I'll buy that. Sure. So I can see. Litecoin consistently top 3 traded globally, top 3 most accepted. Yep. People like Litecoin, man. Thinking about rotating out some of my layer ones and into DEXs. Look for ones that have token buybacks. Look for ones that have good revenue models. You know, not all DEXs are created the same. Like I was just thinking about Uniswap earlier. Man, screw the Uniswap guys. I mean, respect. I like Uniswap. Don't get me wrong, but like, holy shit, they launched the Uniswap token in 2020. And they say, hey, guys, we're going to do some fee sharing and stuff like that. But then, of course, Gary Gensler kind of scared them out of that. But man, they could have launched a fee switch at any point this year. But why would they? They're making so much money. It's got millions of dollars a day in revenue. And they've had millions of dollars a day in revenue for a very, very long time. Okay. If they've been doing fee buybacks that whole time or rev share, oh man, Uniswap would be worth 10x what it's worth right now. It'll be one of the highest market cap coins in the market. But as it is, I don't see much reason to buy that personally. It's just a governance token. What, you're going to go govern the Uniswap platform? I mean, have fun, I guess. If they ever change and introduce the fee switch, then yeah, Uniswap's probably a buy. But for the last 5 years, it has not been a great buy, in my opinion. So watch and think about what you're buying. Look for the inflation of the tokens. PancakeSwap might be an interesting one. They've got a pretty strong buyback mechanism there as well. Lark's Daydream. He's Pocahontas. I walked out on last week and so slow. It is a slow movie. It's not like watching John Wick or something where it's just like this ballet of death and destruction for 2 hours straight or whatever. But I don't know. I like the time period, the attention to detail. I appreciate that movie. No Country for Old Men, also a very good film. Oh, yeah. The music at the end, it's just killer scene. Absolutely, Zach. I did it for you, man. I did it for you guys. I had to do it. Now, actually, I'm pretty feeling pretty good about my portfolio right now. Just continuing to, bring my positions down, have fewer coins to watch, less things to think about. The reality is, and this is the thing, the reality is when risk on happens, which seems like we're moving into a risk on period. When you get adequate risk on conditions, it doesn't really matter to a big extent what it is that you're holding. I mean, some coins are not going to make it, obviously, or some coins are going to massively underperform. Sure. But for the most part, if you have decent bags, they're all going to kind of go up. So you don't need to have 30 or 40 of them. You can have 5 to 10 of them and probably still do pretty damn well. My uncle told me last year Pepe had reached $1. Never happened. Never happened. With you since you're buying. Back in the days, $200 ETH. Those are good times, man. Those are good times. Yeah, it happens, man. Don't beat yourself up about it. Lots of opportunities make it all back in this market. That's a good thing. No altcoin season until Ethereum pumps like crazy. Yep, waiting for my $7,000 ETH so I can unload and buy some mid caps. That'll be good. Need a good link breakout, completing a W pattern in the week. Oh, let's take a look at Link. Link USD. What do we got here? Let's throw it on the weekly. That is an interesting one. I'll put it on screen for you guys to have a look at. That is indeed an interesting one. So you probably call the neckline about there. So not bad. I mean, this could have a pretty explosive breakout potential here. You might even say that the W was here, realistically, and that part of that breakout's already happened over the last few weeks. Might be a more compelling narrative, but regardless, Chainlink's looking decent. I continue to be surprised Chainlink's not worth dramatically more than it is. Literally one of the most important protocols in all of crypto. But hey, markets are irrational. What are you going to do? I'm all in on Litecoin besides 2 stocks. Let's go. Litecoin to the moon, man. When are you going to sell, Jack? That's the question. When are you going to sell, man? That's interesting. Aiming for $1,000, big fat round number. Wouldn't be blown away. Crypto Lark, do you think all the ETF rules in November could be the liquidity event for the big players to get out after a good run over the next 5 weeks? Maybe. Depends on how things move up between now and then. But look at the Bitcoin ETF. it was not a exit liquidity event. It was actually, well, short term, there was a sell-off, but then it led to a massive rally afterwards. Now, look, Litecoin and all this kind of stuff are not Bitcoin. May not get the same kind of bid, but I could definitely see Solana and stuff like that getting bid up massively. My general sort of feeling on the markets, Q4 runs up to $150,000, $160,000 Bitcoin, $7,500 ETH, something like that, $450 to $500 Solana. We get a nice big move. Make sure to take some profits on the way, guys. Followed by some kind of pullback into early next year. A pullback big enough to make everybody think it's all over before we pump again to the final rally in the market, whether that takes till the end of next year to play out or plays out sometime in around like May or June or something like that. Remains to be seen. Dude, stocks have been the place to be. It's been crazy. 50% of my stock portfolio year to date has done 3x while my alts are 50% down. Yeah, it's been absolute punishment holding altcoins, man. Yes, Catherine, what's up? Last Mohicans. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. I'm getting 8.4% APY on dot staking. Not bad, Justin. Not bad. Not bad at all. I've actually been thinking about how to deploy some of my stable coins. Thinking about putting it into Maple Finance and maybe some into the Athena USD coin. CRO is getting back. A lot of coins are making decent moves, which is good. It's good. You want people to believe again. And I feel like there's so much consensus around a Q4 pump that we may actually see it happen. The Shenango River. Let's go. Let's go, man. The Shenango. Yeah, it's over there by, yep. Tributary, I'm just looking. That's interesting. Very close to where I grew up, the old Shenango River. Just reminding myself exactly where it was on the map. Danceville was also a great film. Yeah, I grew up in Western Pennsylvania, so the Shenango. A lot of good names for rivers around there. French Creek, by the way, that's one of the reasons why I like Last Mohicans. French Creek was it's this stream that runs through, big stream. It's almost like a river, but that runs through Western Pennsylvania. There's all these like French forts and stuff along there. Anyway, nerd stuff. What did you think of Once for Warriors NZ film? It's an old school film, man. It's old. It's old. Very brutal film, though. Hard to watch. Fartcoin got to $2, didn't it, at some point? Yeah. Did you buy the Astro Dip? I did. Be careful with BitUnix. They won't let me withdraw. Intense Grid, you need to send me a DM or something on X with your user ID, and we'll have the team look into it for you. Yeah, Cerebro's done, man. Cerebro's done. I mean, from turning the account into some kind of Kanye West's racist rant stuff to fake unaliving himself to now, I guess he's the dude is a lady now. I don't even know, man. It's just, who the hell buys Cerebro nowadays? It'd be crazy. We already did we talked about Zcash. Didn't really chart it out very much for you, I guess. But I guess we can take another look at it. I mean, look, if you're gonna be rushing into Zcash today because Naval tweeted about it and it's up 100%, it's not necessarily playing the game right. Okay. Now it doesn't mean that Zcash can't have more to pump, but Zcash, if you look at its history, definitely has this sort of trend of super fast, big pumps. Like look here in Jan 2020, huge pump, huge crash. August 2020, huge pump, huge crash, right? So it's very much, I mean, goodness gracious, we're on the weekly chart here, mind you, but still you can see huge moves up like this are met with huge retracements back down. Because at the end of the day, I mean, it's Zcash, guys. I understand people are getting excited about it because it's gone up as much as it has, but it has absolutely brutally horrific drawdowns and relatively short-lived pumps. You can see how the chart looks overall. So I'm not super excited about Zcash, and I'm not hating. I made a post just like, guys, of all the coins you guys are pumping, Zcash, what the heck's going on? And surprisingly, there's a bunch of like hardcore Zcash maxis are coming out like, you are an idiot, sir. How dare you besmirch our lovely Zcash coin? Like, I didn't even say anything bad about it, man. It's like, what are you guys doing pumping Zcash? It's crazy. Anyway, not particularly interested in long Zcash at this particular stage. And I'm all about trading whatever charts, man. It's all good. But this thing is up 100% a day. I'm not chasing that green candle, okay? And I'm not even sure that I'd want to buy the retrace. I feel like it's other coins that have better mind share, that have better potential. I'd rather trade personally. $5 Aster, higher. $10 really doesn't even seem all that crazy to me. I mean, literally doing 10x the revenue right now of Hyperliquid. All they have to do is announce fee buybacks. Even if they're only 50% fee buybacks, it's going to be absolutely massive. Pump, my target's 10 cents. Come on, if Cardano is worth 30 billion market cap, why can't Pump, literally one of the most popular breakout apps with insane revenues and insane daily buybacks? You're telling me Pump Fund cannot be worth $30 billion, but Cardano somehow deserves to be? No, 10 cents. That's I believe that can happen. Sold on my Zero in 2021. Well, as long as he made money, man. Yeah, Big Johnny, nice. I know. You probably did. That's why you're mentioning Shenango, man. But for everybody else out there on internet land who knows what the heck we're talking about, Shenango, man. Butler, what's up? Jordan, how's it going, man? Clark from the future and open 8 questions. Good one. Yep. Black Mamba, dude. I know. Unclear why one holds any altcoins in the stock market has superior returns. I sold quite a few altcoin bags back in April and shoved the money into stocks. Tesla and Robinhood and Rocket Labs, some quantum computing stocks, shit like that. It's been way more rewarding being in stocks, to be honest. And yeah. I like the stock market. A lot of cool shit going on there. In fact, we've been talking about doing some more stock-related stuff for the newsletter and stuff. Maybe doing some live streams. We're tweaking with how we can get you guys the best information possible for your investing journey. Dash is running nicely. Dash, oh man. Remember back in 2017, Dash masternodes were $1 million. $1 million. People were buying them at $1 million in late 2017. Fuck. I just, guys. The Postman, man, that was an interesting film too. I wasn't as much of a fan of it, but it had some fun moments. Let's put it that way. All right, the hell we're talking about, guys. We're gonna finish up for the day. You're awesome. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you back tomorrow for the last live stream of the week. Peace.